Hello, Team Absolution fans, and welcome back to another episode of Cardfight Cash, your weekly market watch on all things Cardfight Vanguard. It's episode 6 here, and that means it's time for a premium week. All that's going on with the recent tournament results, new releases, the Revival Collection this weekend has caused prices to fluctuate a good bit. Plus, spoilers as always. Keith, what are your thoughts on premium just going straight into this week? I am joined, of course, by Keith the Irish God.
How's it going, everyone? And Ryan, as regards to premium, I don't think we've had a whole lot of movement going on. I think the big thing in regards to premium is that, of course, we're getting the Revival Collection in 3 days. We have an influx of Strides and Zeroth dragons entering into the market, but it doesn't seem like the Zeroths are really moving anywhere.
That's right. They're really stuck in the mud, as it were. Even with all of the spoilers, trying to make them a bit better with progenitor dragons, new premium strides across the board to really spice things up. Their interest hasn't changed much in them. Ultima is losing copies on TCG, but other than that, it's not. The prices haven't gone anywhere in the recent past. I guess we'll have to see what kind of ratios the Zeroth dragons pull out of this new set.
Yeah, I think it really all depends on that, Ryan. And since that's an unknown factor until basically Thursday, Friday, we're going to have to wait in our seats until then.
That is the truth. So let's just jump right into premium price moves and look at some of the most important cards going forward. If you want to take advantage of all these reprints coming through. First up is Crayon Tiger. I do want to walk back a statement I made in one of our previous episodes. Crayon Tiger has never been reprinted. I'm actually surprised by that because he seems like a card that would have been reprinted. Like, this is an easy mistake to make, even though I did make this mistake.
Yeah, he is such a key player in the deck that I was in the same boat as yourself, Ryan. I thought this card had been reprinted, but I guess that was not the case.
Binoculars Tiger did get a reprint after a very long time, and considering the space between Great Nature sets, I must have just forgotten which Tiger it was.
Very possible.
Conquest Triple R is on the way up. So is his SP. Triple R at $9, Conquest Dragon SP at $20. What's with this card coming back into play? I mean, have we received any information that the Narukami Stride, it is a conquest, right?
Yeah, it is a conquest. You are correct in that statement. But as to why this card is going up, I'm a little bit surprised, Ryan, because Bind works directly with Voltage, and once you hit 4 cards in Bind, Voltage is just a better conquest. But I guess people are really depending on the Excel circles, and Conquest does play well into other Excel clans. But that doesn't seem like enough of a reason for it really to go up. I guess just because people really like their Thunder Dragons.
Yeah, I feel like Narukami, especially in Premium, is a pretty okay matchup into pretty much every Excel thing, considering you can just rip their stuff off the board and get crazy amounts of power. So I don't know why you would really need to go any more ham than you already could. And also, so far the new strides haven't seemed to interact with their predecessors at all, other than Doomjeed being a little bit of an homage.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, question marks here from the two of us, but you do you, Conquest mains. I guess if you happen to guess it right, good for you. Another Cray Elemental getting bought out and getting a nice high price. Rain Elemental Tier now in the buyout bin. I mean, there is some cool stuff you can do with him now, but does he deserve an $8 price tag? Kind of doubt it, honestly.
No, I think this was very much a reaction, Ryan, to the Songstar Pale Moon deck loop that has recently kind of come into the fray. The Rain Elemental Tier is obviously a key player in that, to be able to unflip your damage and keep going infinite, basically, for the combo. Why this is a common at $9, I don't really know, because we're actually going to get it in box toppers this Friday, coming in the Revival Collection too. But who knows?
Who knows, indeed, kid. Could we control the market? All would be different.
Quite nice.
Cursed Eye Raven is still commanding his price at $350. The Hidden Scroll PG at $285. Karma Collector at $350. Not a whole lot going in GBT03, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's a pretty quiet set right now. The stands seem to be the real winners, just based on what you mentioned between Raven and Hidden Scroll was a stand figure, right?
Yes, you're correct.
Karma Collector seems like a weird one to me, because I don't know why you would ever run anything not named Ezra's.
Because you could play the not Luard deck, Keith, couldn't you? Right? Right?
What? Excuse me? Hello?
Yeah, no, play Aetherus.
Yeah.
But on the Shadows train, GBT05, War Guys are doomed up to 1450. Uh, he was holding a pretty high price, so I'm kind of surprised that this is where he ended up, and even climbing a little bit in the last couple of days. I think so. It seems like he's almost at his stabilization point. We'll keep an eye on him, but still a pretty good card to run in your G zone if I do say so myself.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe it was just kind of a shifting of the value towards Our Guys Are Doomed since Dragobus Luard did get or not Dragobus Luard. What is the name of it? Is that his name? The Stride? Yes, it is Dragobus Luard. Since we're going to see him as a reprint, maybe some of the value that was in Dragobus Luard kind of got pushed into Our Guys Are Doomed as a result of that.
Hey, whatever floats Our Guys Are Doomed's boat. Pick up your copies now. Market price is nice and low. Median price is nice and reasonable, $17. So yeah, pick up your Dooms now if you want to play this deck. It's a lot of fun. Other changes in the GBT05 set: Raphael on her way up to $14. Mythic Beast Fenrir, we talked about last time, is now hanging out. He's on his way down, actually, from 16 to about 1250, and that. Oh, we can't forget Dream Spinning Asha. The SP is now $100. That's people are picking up premium Neonectar, even though everyone seems to be selling off standard. If you look at Vanguardians.
Yeah, that's right. But I guess people really want the waifus, especially those full art waifus.
Those are some nice full art waifus, my friend. In GBT06, Meteor Kaiser Victor is seeing a little bit of love, climbing up to 835. And Floral Paladin Flogel, on her come up, here comes $4 for your Flogels. Got to spec on those blasters, and there isn't a whole lot to do left.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're going to be running Flogel until the end of time in blasters at this point because of what the stupidity it enables in that deck.
Yeah, how could you possibly run anything else, especially with all the combo pieces you can include, like Larus? He counts as a blaster.
Exactly.
That sounds like fun in premium. In GBT07, Kagero staples are getting bought up. Defeat Flare Dragon at $7, Blademaster Titan at $6.25, and a little bit of love for Old Angels as well. Gavril up to $6, and Slay Me Flare at $7.50. So people are really looking at the clans who are, receiving new support, and also possibly getting better with the new gift mechanics, as golds and angels are getting bought up, as you can see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what are your thoughts, Ryan, on the Kagero buyouts? Is that, you think, a reaction to the recent Blade Master release?
Oh, 100%. People tend to buy anything that's named remotely the same thing as you just saw with all of the blaster buy-ups or the conquest buys we talked about a little earlier in this show. It seems that if a card gets released with a very similar name, people will buy the base just because they tend to be pretty cheap since they're so old, and it more often than not, I think it's worked out for them. Even if we would kind of scratch our heads at ones like a Conquest Dragon.
Sure.
But people are really looking at, new Blade Master, whatever Dote does, plus the Great. We haven't even had the Great for a month in Japan, I think. So we don't even have him here. We're just waiting on those sweet, sweet spoilers coming soon to see how good premium is. But at $7 and $6.25, it seems like a pretty safe bet to move forward on some Kagero specs, especially if you want to play it in premium.
Yes, I would agree with that.
In GBT08, another golds buy, Glorious Reigning Dragon at 1407 now. I mean, granted, card's great. That's just a solid card right there.
Yeah, enables multi-attacking. I don't know what you could hate about it.
Yep. There's not a whole lot to say other than golds are gonna look strong, and we guess we'll have to see how they actually shake out. In GBT10, more shadow buys with Ogma going up to $20. Keith, you think Ogma deserves $20?
Ogma is a weird case, Ryan, because he's... Ogma is basically the spice scheme, I think, in the Shadow Paladin's G-Zone. Because you could just blow out an opponent by using Ogma, but you never really need more than one Ogma. So I guess just by nature of being a GR, he commands a decent price tag because you'll always just kind of want the one of in your G zone. And I guess that's why he's sitting here almost $20.
That would be the only explanation I can think of. Champ Victor is 969 now. Gleaming Fang Garmor, the disappointing one, $6. And that leads us straight into GBT11. GBT11 actually seeing some decent movement. Some funny stuff happening here. Ziegenberg up to $14 from 9. And Ishtar, that's right, Goddess Investigation Ishtar, the joke card. Now at $5 for the triple rare, previously at $150. And $33 for the SP. Keith, as someone who spec'd on those Ishtars long, long ago, how do you feel?
Anyone that listens to this, please buy my Ishtars. That's all I'm going to say.
We are happy to serve you, listeners out there. Buy our Ishtars, please. Some other buyouts recently. Phantasmic Blue Asha now up to $30. Let me find out how many copies are left, but again, more premium Neonectar buys, but lots of standard Neonectar sells. Yep, only 3 total prices with 13 total copies ranging from $30 to $44. And our boy himself is selling the $30 ones. Make your money, Tiz. We see you.
Mm-hmm. He out here making that bank.
Oh, yes. See, you can always get the best prices from the Magic Satchel because everybody else out here is selling it for at least like $8 more. Get your Ashas if you need them. And now moving further into the G Extra Boosters, Integral Messiah up to $24. This one I find very deserving. We've been watching him for a while. His movement over the past few weeks has been, pretty expected considering how soon Messiah spoilers are. We just got a couple for the past couple nights, and we're really waiting to see what standard Messiahs do for the clan. Do you think they're going to be super like stride? What's the word I'm looking for? Do you think they'll plug in well with strides, or do you think they're going to be kind of like Blade Master where they kind of have to act alone?
I think they'll actually plug in pretty well, Ryan. I think that by nature of just having a Messiah with a Force gift is going to be pretty huge for the clan, because that's kind of what they're struggling with right now is hitting some magic numbers. Since everything's scaled up well, and since they can multi-attack on circles, which was kind of always Messiah's shtick in G era, I think that just by virtue of literally, I don't want to go as far as to say that it could be a vanilla Messiah with just a Force marker on it, but it really doesn't take a whole lot for it to get there, in my opinion.
Makes sense to me. We already had good cards. Why not make them better?
Exactly.
From the same set, Golsachi up at $9. Who knew good Nova spoilers would help a good Nova card?
Oh, wow. Color me surprised.
Yep. A nice triple R gets a little bit of love. Good for you, Golsachi. GCBO6 going a little bit further back, or no, that's actually a little further back. Chaos Breaker Crisis, $21 up from $13. People are looking at Starvaders again? Question mark. There's the clickbaity title for you.
Yes, indeed. I mean, Crisis is the dude you want if you want to be playing Starvaders. So
that's true. You'll always see the main guy get bought up first, and then the supplemental cards come a little bit later. From the same set, Basaltus Messiah, $18. Also a good card. Also a good card to pick up if you're looking at premium Messiahs again.
Yep, he's very much a staple in the deck, so that wouldn't surprise me at all to see him trending up alongside Integral.
And now, for the main event, what absolutely no one should be surprised for: Bermuda price increases in premium. Woohoo!
Oh, boy.
First, we have Perfect Performance Ange, $26. Legendary Idol Riviere, $20. Citron, $6. And Song of Gracious Reindeer, $21. Are you surprised, Keith? You really shouldn't be. It was about that time again.
Yeah. I know we just do this. There's no actual pictures, but my face is like stone right now. There's no surprises to be had here.
It's about that time. How far out are we from Bermuda set here? It's next month, right?
Next month, isn't it? isn't it dropping like in week? We got the trial deck last week, right?
It's May 17th is the drop. The trial deck was so good they gave it a month to itself.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
May 17th is when Bermuda comes out, so we're just under 30 days from Bermuda Triangle drops at time of filming. And yep, it's about that time. Bermuda price increases, people looking to make a quick spec, people looking to get other people excited about premium, people expecting those results as they should be. I don't know what more there is to say. It's Bermuda time. And now, Keith, we talked a little bit about value shifting earlier, where with these reprints coming in, there's a little bit of money to be moved around since crucial cards in several decks are getting reprinted, but sometimes we thought that those cards weren't the right choice. See, Shiranuri Mukuro, a 1-2 of in Nubatama, but Rine was too recent for Bushiroad to run a reprint, even though it was over a year ago. So the real staple cards might end up getting more valuable in the case that Bushiroad made what the community would call the wrong choice. What are some other cards from this Revival Collection list that you think, cards that aren't on this list that you think might see some real value from this weekend's release? My first is Shiranuri Rine. He's actually on a little bit of a curve down. He was 10 2 weeks ago. He's around 875 right now. 868 is what I'm seeing on TCG.
Sure.
But with how necessary he is, the premium Nubatama lists that have been topping somewhat recently, I think he might go up again now that it's certainly going to be a very long time before people get to try it again and Nubatama support on the horizon. Granted, it's pretty far away, but that's why I said horizon.
Yeah, I think to give some credit to Bushiroad, Ryan, I think they did a good job overall with this set. Like, I think they hit a lot of the big hitters in terms of premium, with only a couple misses. I think one of the biggest misses was with Gear Chronicle. Printing Altered Dragon as a SGR in the set has me with all kinds of question marks. I mean, not that there was a bunch of high priority targets to print in Gear Chronicle, but that was like a promo that was worth $2 at the most, which just seemed weird to me when you had, high profile units like Gear Groovy, Heritage, any number of what is the name of that? Mystery Flare, new guy.
Mystery Freeze?
Kind of like, yeah. Oh, yeah, hard to get units that I thought they would have kind of prioritized Altered Dragon. But I guess he works kind of with the new standard support, so maybe that's why they went with him.
If I remember correctly, people weren't so happy about the Spike Brothers reprint, were they?
Yeah, the Spike Brothers was, what is his name? Dirty Picaro. And I think the opinion was split on this one because we got shafted with our EB Destructive reprints because we did get Overwhelm and Dirty Picaro in that set, but we were supposed to get them full art like Japan, but we ended up just getting regular old like GRS units. And so a lot of people are happy to finally get their full art unit, but then at the same time they just kind of gave us yet another reprint, so the card is worth like 80 cents now as a result.
So what do you think if someone was looking at Spike Brothers, as we advised last week in our standard show with the really inexpensive PGs and other standard cards that are fairly low price in that deck, what do you think is going to be a good Spike Stride or G-Zone unit to pick up, since Dirty Picaro is getting reprinted so many times and the other cards will not see any further attention as far as we're aware?
Oh, 100% is an easy answer is Bull Power Agrias. That card is exactly what you were going to be used for 98% of your first and second strides until you get to Hellheart 8. This is the dude, and he's sitting there basically at $1.50. So I would turn my attention away from Dirty Picaro and turn it towards picking up my playset of Bull Power Agrias.
That's a solid pickup. And yeah, I mean, again, credit to Bushiroad. There's Winning Champ Victor in here. There's Bravest Peak X Gallop. We're talking about, cards that haven't seen the light of, that were very difficult to pick up. I mean, these were $25, $30 cards easy for a good while there. Mm-hmm. Any others? I think, Crayon Tiger has always been high, but he is the card that has not been reprinted in Great Nature, and now I'm pretty sure many of their major strides have already been reprinted at least once.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything that could have really been hit in great nature. Bermuda's got Angie, which I think was a good pickup. I'm trying to run through the list myself, kind of in my head very quickly. Who was? I think the Link Joker one could have been argued for maybe something like Integral over Igorg, but I think Igorg was still a reasonable reprint to get in that clan.
Yeah, I think he's the value sponge in Link Joker for no good reason. So considering they did deleters, they wanted to do Igor, I totally get that. But yes, all of the other Link Joker strides are now great pickups. Just all of them. If Chaos Breaker ever gets to come back out, his strides are just good pickups. Both Messiah strides that we talked about on this show are gonna be good. They might even go up more. We don't know.
Hmm.
But there's so much here. There's Bermuda strides that are now going to be needed, and lots of other Bermuda cards that are only going to get older and more expensive, particularly if you want them in high rarity. Not that those aren't impossible to get now. Lots of stuff in here, so recommend. Oh, and of course, Neo Nectar. There's definitely going to be more Neo Nectar strides that if you want to play premium are really good. I don't think we've had a Velamina reprint yet. Pretty sure we haven't. My money's on Velamina for Neo Nectar. But other than that, I think Boucher did a really solid job. Reprints are always nice. And pick up whatever you need now, because who knows what will happen after this set drops and people get to see how things shake out when more people are able to play premium, and especially when we get the premium collection, full spoilers for that, later this year. But with that, thank you so much for watching. We're going to end it here. Join us next week for another week of Standard. If you want to see Premium, you can feel free to check out 2 weeks ago where we talked about some other cards, other topics. And we'll see you next time here on Team Absolution. Please check out the Magic Satchel. This has been the Doombringer Griffin.
The Irish God.
Signing off. Peace.